support that flank. He's trying to retake this as Harry almost gets caught.
And this is interesting too because we've talked about the fact that this is kind of the first time the amateur teams have played the pro games this year with the change of format. But historically, they've obviously played them a lot in Hardpoint, a lot in Surge, but Control being the new mode this year, this is really the first time we've ever seen them play.
This is the one mode I think like the AMs are going to struggle with the most this weekend.
That was kind of going to be my question to you, because it's got to be, right?
Yeah, and you can see it right now. Just like the transition from A to B for Gen G has been flawless. They're already on the B zone.
Yeah. You said like Hardpoint, like they've played Hardpoint for years. Like, you kind of know how to play it. Search is Search. But Control, like they've never this entire year played a competition like at this level.
Well, and that was like the one thing when we started watching the 100 Thieves, like the way they just transitioned on offenses, the way they were setting things up, it was just impressive to watch, right? Like we were just like, this makes so much sense, but other teams haven't figured it out. And I don't think you sort of get that unless you're playing these best teams in the world. And now Gen G is sort of in that equation as well, you know, when it comes to Control. So yeah, I think you give a massive advantage in Control to pro teams.
I would love to. We should hit up JP after the first 2 days. Hit him up after the first 2 days and just ask, like, from a win percentage standpoint, if Control was the lowest. I wonder if it'd be like by a significant margin, like the lowest win percentage for the AM teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you obviously play it once compared to maybe twice in the series too, but that might be something I want to look at, because I think I agree with you. Like, it should be the hardest threat. Fuege still playing them tough, but Gen G on the point. Only really one person there, with the problem for Fuege, you've got to input all the way up towards your spawn. So they're going to try and rally back. They're not going to be able to win it here because you've only got one person really moving the time, but Mox is able to win a massive one-on-one.
Still alive,
get away with his life, survive until the reinforcements get there. Now the tidal wave comes in. That is Gen G. They don't trade out in the corner, though, and Chaxter and Hockey are able to get 3. Chaxter then rips Nagafin off the block, so suddenly, yeah, you only need 1 point if you're Gen G, and yes, you have 60 seconds to work with, but it's a 7v6. This is the final push.
You can play around kills for a little bit if you are Gen G. You have to make sure nobody gets taken down. You see 4 versus 9, that's Connor, able to take that 1v1 against Havoc. But you're waiting on Envoy right now. Can he make the play? He's going on a big flank. He's able to gun Mad Cat.
That was hard to read down there, right?
I was like, what is that? But he's able to win that now, 4 versus 3.
No one had eyes on the flank at all, like towards lobby or the full flank towards back steps. No one was watching it whatsoever, and now it's just Harry left by his lonesome. 1 versus 3. The biggest moment of his career. Can he clutch up? Snaps pretty well, but Havoc at range with the SOG. Able to win it, really. That free kill for Envoy, I think, through lobby is what disrupts it. I mean, I thought they were going to win it. When Mox stayed alive as long as he did, like, basically he dies right as the reinforcements all got there. I thought they were good, but this is the play where Chaxter is able to stay alive at the edge. Hockey's able to get 2. He gets hit down to 58, but he gets help from his teammates, then peeks and just rips Nagafin off the block.
Yeah, I thought, too, because, Havoc goes down middle of the map, and I just figured they would think someone's flanking through artillery, right? Like, Envoy's been doing it this entire game, so... Yeah, Mad Cat, if he wins that 1 versus 1, he probably has the advantage. He has an AR out, maybe just not looking at it, but yeah, he gets cut down. And yeah, for some reason, this blue is tough to see sometimes in the kill field.
Yeah, no, it is. Especially if, like, yeah, whatever the backdrop is of it is like a dark gray or something. Mad Cat trying to do some damage pillar to pillar.
Yeah, him and Harry need to try to stay up right now, right? You're the only players who are in position to give them some mid-map presence. We know how it is. If you get pushed out of this middle area, how tough it is to get back into it, to get through that sliding door. They're trying to hold on. Now it's just all on a Connor, but he gets taken down, and here comes the trap that could be set up for Gen G. You look at the position of Envoy, how far he has pushed up. He's pushing them into artillery, and they're set up for it.
What do you think would be, if we're right, and Control's gonna be the really tough one for the amateur teams? I feel like Arsenal's like the last thing I'd want to play. Like, I don't know, what would make it easier or something? Maybe something crazy like a frequency or probably
side.
Everything else is pretty disciplined, right?
Gridlock and Arsenal are so tough to win offenses. Like, it's just so difficult to do. Yeah, it's terrifying. You know, the higher seed could always have 3 defenses. It's
keep an eye on how it plays out, but now with only 19 seconds on the clock, Fuego have got to get a point to extend it. Envoy is able to knock one player out of the objective with a nice cluster. Harry really a lone man that can get in, not going to be able to do it. Now there's one final push, and Mox gets close to streaks. They're lining up in front of him. Needs to try and play his life. to keep this streak hunt alive and well. And he's able to do that. That's a clean defensive round there.
I was gonna say, after that first initial push, while we always say it's so important for the offensive team to at least trade or, you know, win it off the start is what we just saw. Because for the minute afterwards, you just can't get in. It is so tough to get in versus a top team.
Well, I think talking about control being harder, I think the offensive side, yes, is going to be, but
yeah.
going to be really, really hard for these teams.
Just do you have the teamwork to get out of these traps that Gen G's going to set up, 100 Thieves is going to set up, E United's going to set up? Like, it's going to be tough to do. And I would say one big point for Gen G to see Nagafin 12-5. If they're going to get he's always on a very fundamental team, and Gen G is the same way.
It's still crazy we used to have champs in like March.
Yeah. Yeah, how do we play this game?
People are still learning. Oh, Gen G go over the jugular, trying to close out this control as quickly as they can. 3 life advantage, already up 2-0 within this game. Major Maniac going to string together 2 nice kills as the next push comes in from Fuego, but Gen G, a massive presence in and around the objective. Havoc going to use the grab slam. Nagafin, unfortunately, with a team kill, but the Tempest is able to connect, and that's likely going to be the game. Nagafin connects on another nice shot. The 17-8 performance from Nagafin. Gen G take the control comfortably 3-0, and suddenly all the fears created by the Game 1 loss for Gen G seem to be kind of a distant memory as they take a 2-1 control of the series.
Yeah, I think if you look at this